Abrupt. We thought we were live a couple of minutes ago, but we're not live now. Welcome everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the SES studio. Welcome back again. I hope you're all doing well. Now we've got a better reaction in the chat. Now everyone knows we're live. How are we doing? It's good to see you. We've got a couple of new faces with us in the studio today, and we know but you're all very, very, very excited, of course, to see Road to the Black Sea in action here on the stream. Guys, if you'd like to introduce yourself from this side first.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ilona. I'm a map designer for Euro Truck Simulator.
Perfect. And yourself?
Okay, so again, I'm Martin. Everybody knows me as a Dirk, and I'm leader for Euro Truck Simulator researches.
Perfect. So we've got two very talented people here in the studio with us who are working currently on the game in both in research and in map design. So of course, if you want to fire some questions over our way, then please do feel free to. We'll try pick them up in the chat as fast as it is coming. It's great to see everybody here this evening. So let's get a little bit of a tradition that we have going first of all. We kind of like to ask everybody in the chat where they're watching from. And I know we're going to have a lot of people watching this evening. So folks in the chat, let us know where you're watching from this evening, which country you're representing. And let us know if you're excited for Road to the Black Sea, because I know a lot of people will be very, very excited for this map expansion. We've got a lot of people here from Turkey, Hungary. We've got Sweden. I don't know if you can see the chat here. It's going crazy with the amount of people we got going.
Oh, I see some Romania.
We've got Romania, Canada.
Turkey. Yeah.
We've got Poland in there. We've got England as well. Represent. How we doing? Bulgaria as well.
Nice. Bulgaria too.
Lots of cool people in here. And of course, as well, you'll have a chance of winning Road to the Black Sea on the stream today. Actually, we have a few keys to give away that we'll talk about a little bit later. We'll get those giveaways running as well. So you can win a key for yourself before anyone else that will unlock on the release day of Road to the Black Sea. So make sure you do add that to your wish list for more notifications and announcements. But quickly, while we're on the topic of announcement dates and such like that, we do have kind of like a little bit of a more serious statement to make. Hopefully it's not going to kill the vibes or anything like that. But basically, recently we've seen like a large amount of questions regarding the release dates, and also about third-party sites that are kind of showing more information that maybe we haven't announced or anything yet. Just be of warning that a lot of these third-party sites are actually showing information that might be false and may not be true. So any official announcements will come through our channels, for example, blog.scsoft.com, as well as across our social media channels as well. So I know there's been a lot of dates running around there as well. But also just be careful as well with reseller sites. A lot of those sites might sell stolen keys or use fraudulent ways to gain those keys, and are just looking to maybe have some of your pre-order money a little bit earlier. So do know that any official ways we will be posting to purchase it, obviously the best way is through Steam, but also the announcements as well will come through the blog as well as our social media channels. So just a little bit of warning there. We are posting links in the chat for the forum as well, where there's more of an official statement just posted there, but just as a warning for you guys. But let's go and move on from that. Let's get started on a little bit of driving. You ready to be behind the wheel? Are you used to being behind the wheel?
No, not really.
I think the past few guests we've had don't really know how to use wheel. They're more used to a keyboard or mouse and such.
This is gonna be fun. I'm not really used to the wheel. I always play the game just with the keyboard, so I've already tried a little bit. But I hope that I will not disappoint our
I don't think you will. I don't think you will. I mean,
it's gonna be fun for us.
An awesome map. And also we've got some great gear here provided by Thrustmaster as well. Massive thank you to the Thrustmaster team for providing us with some of this awesome studio gear as well. So, well, let's get started on our first job. We're already within northern Romania, if I'm correct. Is that correct? So let's get started on driving. So if you put yourself into move, and here you are, folks. We are now looking at the first moving images of Road to the Black Sea in action. Last time you might have caught a few glimpses from the Halloween stream. I'm not sure if you guys managed to catch any of that stream at all, but that was an interesting stream. That was an interesting stream indeed. So let's kind of start off.
The clown was not funny.
Sorry?
The clown was not funny.
The clown was not funny. No, the clown was not funny. I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad he's not here right now. But let's get started on actually a little bit about the whole process of things. When you're starting to research a brand new kind of area, it all starts with the research side of things, right? That's where you're kind of almost like the start of
yeah,
things.
That's probably should be the first thing we do when we start a new DLC, like the research, like just the groundwork for all the things that are gonna come after that.
And it's not just like little things here and there. It's like actually quite a massive process, right?
Well, yeah, it's the massive process that's actually going strong through the not only just the pre-production, but even the production of the DLC. And we're just still there's so much to do, and so much things we need to find and prepare for other guys to work with.
And you communicate with a lot of the team. Like you don't just work with one team and it's just kind of back and forth. You communicate with a lot of people.
Yeah,
right?
I think we need to communicate pretty much with everyone. It definitely feels like it, and we need to understand, not only communicate with them, we need to understand the process of their work, so we can prepare stuff for them, so they can work with them to the best of their abilities. And we need to know how they work, so we can make their work easier.
Absolutely, yeah. And I've seen some of the work that happens. I'm sure we'll see a little bit of later as well. And it is really impressive, the whole scale that the team that you have, which in terms of maybe some other teams that we have here at SES Software can be considered a smaller team of people that actually work within the research team. But you do a significant amount of work within that team. I've seen a lot of the data that you've collected and the places that you go to find things, and it really is quite impressive. Do you ever feel like it's actually probably one of the harder jobs here to kind of rely on that, to find that information?
It depends. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. Some kind of informations are really hard to come by. If I can go into a bit of detail.
Sure, yeah, no, go ahead.
So probably the hardest time we got in general is when we need to do some research about places that are not easily accessible. Like border crossings, for example, because you can't take pictures there, you can't take a video there, you shouldn't be doing any of this stuff. And if we are going to have something like that in the game and we want to represent the real thing, it's really hard to get your hands on some quality materials. So we're just searching the internet everywhere we can possibly think of and hoping that somebody, against all odds, taken the picture we needed from this place we couldn't see in the, let's say, the border crossing, and this gets hard. Some of the border crossings we researched, it's taken like weeks of work, and not one person. There was like 3 of us going strong in it, and it's still taken several weeks before we managed to find something that satisfied us.
I was going to say, because some of the border crossings across these countries that are featured in Road to the Black Sea, with Romania, Bulgaria, and Turkey, the European part, some of them are huge. Some of them are really, really impressive, and unlike anything that I've seen before. I guess we have kind of the kind of, I guess, comfort or kind of good thing in Europe where you can kind of cross borders without having to really go through a border control. And then you see these other places that do have a border control, and some of them have a really impressive operation. Some of them, even I think in real life, taking maybe, if you have a bit of a backup, days to get across, right?
Yeah, sometimes if we are about to talk about the largest border crossing we're going to have, I read that in bad time of the year, it's taken literal days to get through the border crossing. So that's not too far off.
That's
the hardest part. Well, the hard part was getting to see how it looks like. Even harder part was to get to know what all the buildings are for, how they work. I just hope we got all of that right.
And that's where also, we've mentioned it before and we'll keep mentioning it because they do such a great job, but the community also kind of helps play a big role. I know we have members of the community that do kind of chip in on different research things from the forum as well, and I've seen some community members that chip in on different things, whether that be for American Truck Simulator or also for Euro Truck Simulator as well, and I know that can be a big help if they've maybe got a dash cam camera or something like that, or they've been through it themselves and they know the experience. So if anyone is out there and they know that these areas are quite familiar to them, or any of the areas that we're looking for on our forums, head over to forums.scsoft.com and definitely chip in, because it does make a huge difference for your team.
Yeah, I really want to thank everybody on the forum, because it was really a huge help, and I don't know if we would manage to find some things you guys help us with, but it was just a great help.
Absolutely, the community are fantastic, and a lot of you are here this evening as well. It's great to have you along. I'm glad you're able to join us this evening in the studio, and lots of support coming in for the DLC, saying how beautiful it is, and it really, really is. I'm loving seeing the amount of vegetation and work that's gone into it. And Ilona, you've worked a little bit on this map in different places. And I mean, you're driving for the first time with a wheel around it. How's it feeling? What's your first thoughts right now?
Well,
when
it's,
you're looking at it?
I'm trying to stay focused. And
As I can tell, you're very much glued to the screen.
And listening to
Super
you
glued.
and everything. But for me, it's actually really fun because all the time when we finish some kind of some of those DLC, I don't have time to like drive through. When I go home, I play another game. Just you know, because when you spend a whole day with making it, you want to play something else, of course.
Yeah, wind down.
So every time I said myself that I wanted to play the game. I want to see what my colleagues did, like from this perspective, like from the player. So now, finally, I can play. I can look around, and I don't know. I really like it. It's maybe even more like prettier than I expect. So, what do you guys think? Like, I'm really curious. Like,
yeah, let us know in the chat, folks. What are your first impressions so far?
Yeah,
We'd love to hear from you.
That's what I really want to know. Like,
Absolutely.
if you like it or what.
Someone here quickly had a question for the map designer. On average, just kind of like a wild guess, how long would you say that it takes to kind of make these maps? Is it kind of a secret, or is there like a no really time frame for it? Just how it happens, etc.
How long it will take, like, to make the whole DLC?
Well, just for example, like if you're working on map design on average, doesn't have to be specific time. I think,
Like, we're trying to make one DLC per year, like from the European part, from Europe map. But it really depends. Like, maybe the next one will be bigger. We will need more time. Maybe it will not be that big. So we will see. It really depends, and it's complicated. Like, just to say it, like, in general.
No, understandable. We've got a lot of people in the chat now who are saying that they're really liking the look of the map so far, and it's really beautiful. They're saying they really enjoyed at the start the town as well. How beautiful, and there was a lot of detail in that as well. They were really enjoying that. Someone here asking, are there any secret hidden roads? Now, we've had this question before on the stream, and I think it's best almost to say, like, you kind of just have to find it for yourself. If there's a lot. That's the point of exploring, right? That's the point of it.
Definitely.
That's kind of half the fun, as they would say. Give me 2 seconds here. Here we go. So definitely go. You know, when you have the chance, of course, when we announce things, and then you'll have the chance to play it. Then obviously that's the fun of it. It's exploring. I know a lot of people in Utah right now are doing that very same thing and still discovering things every single day. So from your perspective, Ilona, when you're working on the team, I mean, your team is growing now quite significantly, right? From when I was starting here, like last year, because I've only been here just over a year now, I've seen that the team's always new faces coming in every single day. You know, how has that helped, with your team and management and kind of building the maps? Is it, would you say, a little bit faster now, a little bit easier to distribute the work or such like that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now we are in this position that as there are so many new people, we need to like learn them all the stuff, and it takes I think like almost 1 year to learn like everything, to be like confident about the map, and but maybe it takes even more time to do it like with all of the things around, like to make it like, you know, not just nice, but like cheap with the triangles and stuff, and so it depends. Like, some people are more talented, some people need more time, some people maybe need just some also break, like after every DLC, because sometimes it's really hard to be productive every day in the same way. So for now, it's maybe just a little bit more complicated because we need to teach most of like all of those new people the new stuff. But I hope that really like soon. Oh my God, I cannot speak entirely. Soon it's gonna be like easier for us, and I hope it will it makes that, or it will be like that. We're gonna produce more and more stuff. I don't know, quicker. I hope. We will see. We're trying.
It's actually pretty similar with you know our research department. You know, it's not like someone just a new researcher comes here and he can do all the stuff from the beginning. It's a learning process. Just getting to know the other teams, other people, to know how you need to do what you do for this person, this team, what to focus on if you're doing something for a map designer, or if this is going to go for asset designers. And it's kind of a long process, but after a while, and people get
into it,
accustomed to it.
Yeah.
It gets easier.
Absolutely. And we just had a lot of people there commenting about the small, almost like little traditional village that you just passed in. And a lot of people really saying that how much they really like that. It was quite a nice little surprise because it's not really marked on the map or anything like that. So obviously lots of things like that to explore. And this map really has a lovely, unique feel. But with the inclusion of 3 different countries, they all have their own things that make them unique. They have their own landmarks and landscapes and looks and feels. And I imagine that's not an easy thing to kind of fit all into kind of these areas, because of course we're working on a scale, and you want to fit all these really pretty things in, but you obviously have to think about how the road networks will work and such like that. Would you say that's one of your more tougher challenges, to kind of find the great mix between there's roads, but also have the pretty stuff there as well, like to kind of find a good mix?
Definitely. You need to select some, as you said, nice places, nice buildings, and then you do like just reselect it again. Like, do you really need this? We are talking about it like with all of the team, like with the designers, asset designers, like. Can you do this like this? Can you make it like on time? They are really like helpful, and we are trying to do our best. We have like really good teams. We are talking about it like from all perspective, like if we have enough time to make, because our the apartment of designers who make models for us. Sorry for my English.
That's fine, no worries.
They need to do every time like the new signs, like for every country. They need to do new, I don't know, crash berries, for example. So there's really, we need to really think about it, like if we have enough time to do this church, this big house in the city, which is in this place, this statue like of the horse, and so it's not just that, oh, that's nice, let's put it there. No, we really need to like think about it.
Yeah.
And I also have to think about these things like from the other side.
Of course, yeah.
Because I know about those landmarks and stuff I would like to see in the game, and of course I understand not everything can fit. But when I just I remember in this place was this like, I don't know, a church and stuff like that, and I don't see it in there, and I'm just a little sad. And I understand it just wouldn't fit. You got 3 other churches just right behind the corner. The other one just wouldn't fit in there. I'm just like, oh, but I know it was supposed to be there. Oh, but also guys on the forum helps us with landmarks and stuff. They help us to see which one of those are more important for them. Those they are expecting to see there. So it's not just me saying, I would really want to see this thing there, but it's them saying, we drive. I don't know, I'll use the church again. We drive along this church every day, and it's really like there's nothing in like several kilometer horizon around there, and it would be a really shame if it wouldn't be there. And you know, I'll just say, okay, I'll try to pull some strings and for it to make it in the game. I hope that most of the important stuff will be there. Just hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah, and of course, like I was saying, it's not easy kind of trying to pick and choose, because there is so many beautiful things
just
around the world, you know, that you'd want to try and include your best in the game. And that's where also the help of the community and people like you out there as well do help us to know which are really like the main landmarks that we should not be missing out on as well. Because of course we do have our fantastic researchers, but you know, when we have someone that drives that route every day, and this has always been like a big landmark for everybody, it always is a big help as well to know. So yeah, no, massive thank you again to everyone that works out there, and lots of you who are tuning in from maybe some of the countries we're showing off today. We're currently around northern Romania, if we're still there around there, and a lot of people have been commenting how much they're really enjoying the scenery, how beautiful it looks, also commenting on the signage as well, saying that's really looking great as well. So it's great to hear all of your feedback, folks. Of course, do let us know, and also if you have any suggestions or anything that you'd like to make, please do head over to our forms.scssoft.com, because when you put it in the chat, you'll see a couple of seconds it'll be gone, so I'm not going to be able to remember everything at once, so please do go over there and make your suggestions as well. So do stick around, folks. We've got plenty more to show on the map, of course, but as we're coming close to up to 30 minutes in, I think soon, maybe once actually this first job is done, I think we will do a giveaway for our first key for Road to the Black Sea. How does that sound? I think that sounds good. So we'll do that, and we got lots of people in the chat spamming one, maybe to adjust the camera back to center. There you go, folks.
Sorry.
We made it happen. We made it. Everyone's got the camera back now. Good for you. Okay, cool. So maybe you could talk us a little bit through the process of, you know, how you came to be a map designer, because we've always had a lot of people come and go on the show, and we've always liked to ask them about how you even got to SCS Software in the first place. So where did it all start for you when you wanted to kind of get into this job?
Well, as from many of my colleagues, it's my dreams come true. Because I love games. I always wanted to play games. Can I go? I don't know.
I think it's up to you.
Yeah, okay. This is really hard, like with the mouse and the wheel.
I think you can even use, there is a little D-pad on the wheel underneath the orange button on the left. There's like a little joystick there that you can move around, like,
no.
Does it not work? No. We did set it up last time, but maybe not this time, unfortunately.
Okay.
I think
I'll
you
go.
can go.
Yeah, I can
go.
go. So sorry.
That's fine. No worries, take your time. It's
okay, okay. Just give me some time.
No worries.
Okay, so my friend worked here, and I asked him one day, like, what do you think? Can I try? Can I try to work here? And he just told me, like, okay, just try it. Maybe if you want, like. So I just applied for a job. I started as a tester, but I wanted to be like map designer. I just wasn't sure if I can make it, like if I'm talented enough. And so after quite short time, I changed the
departments.
Yeah, like to
teams.
map designer, and now I'm here 3 years.
Wow.
It's awesome. I love it. Every day for me, it's just, you know, making with the great people on a great project, and I'm happy with this.
And time flies. So how long were you within the testers team for? Was that for your like first year, or?
It was like 1 month and a half.
1 month and a half, wow. So you excelled quickly into a different position, wow.
Yeah.
And made your dreams come true as a map designer. So for anyone out there that maybe has a bit of a budding map designer who maybe wants to get into this sort of thing, do you have any sort of advice for them maybe that you could share?
Just if you are creative and you think that you can like make some creative stuff every day, just try it.
Absolutely.
It's It really depends. I cannot imagine, like, before I start to work here, like on this kind of like creative job, how hard it can be sometimes to just create something every day. Sometimes you just look at it, make something, then you delete it, then you make it again, then delete it until you are like satisfied. And sometimes it's like you just sit and create, and it's good, but it depends. So no, I don't want to die. Yeah, so that's it probably.
Yeah, no worries, nice. Well, we see
I don't want to die.
we've reached our destination here. You're about to
Yeah,
make a
I
delivery.
don't know.
Maybe not into the blue car, but
Yeah.
somewhere a little bit closer. And we're,
Yeah, looking forward to see you park.
yeah, and as we can see,
Oh,
here,
I'm
actually,
not gonna do that.
we've got quite a
I'm
few different
sorry.
industries. No, that's fine. I mean, each to their own, really. I mean, it
Yeah.
really depends. Like you're saying, you're more used to doing other things as well. Be careful with your trailer.
Okay,
There you go. So yeah, as we can see here as well, within the DLC, we have lots of new assets as well that have come, and also different industry prefabs, it seems, as well. So a lot to look forward to in these. You might have recognised maybe a few sites as we're going down the road from previous blog posts. Quite a few, we've touched on a few different ones there, so make sure you do head over to blog.scssoft.com if you've missed out on any of those photos that we've been posting or such like that. But what's this one? This is Login Stick Logistics. Nice. Creative name.
Thank you.
Creative name. I like it. Very cool. Okay, so as we're arriving at our first delivery, let's take a quick break and do a giveaway. How does that sound? We'll do a giveaway now?
Great.
All right. So if everyone is in the chat ready, we're going to do our first giveaway over at the Twitch page, twitch.tv/SCS Software. So if you are happening to watch on any other platform or anywhere else, head over to there. We're going to do a little giveaway with the Nightbot, and so get yourselves ready for that. So we are going to do this in the form, this is how it works. We have a bot in the chat, and basically we put a keyword in, and basically people have to say that keyword, and then it enters them into the giveaway, and then I roll it. So what do you think the keyword should be? What do you think people should type? Maybe like ETS2 or Romania, or what do you think? Something simple maybe?
I think the Romania sounds good. We are in Romania right now.
Romania? Well, hopefully I can spell it correctly, so let's try that.
Oh, let's see.
I'll get the spelling up correctly first, just to make sure. So, folks, for everybody that's about to enter before you start spamming in the chat, they're going crazy already. Hasn't even started yet, and they're already going crazy. They're already going crazy. Keyword is Romania, and we're going to start the giveaway now. So you can now type the word Romania, no capitals, ROMANIA, and it will enter you into the giveaway. We'll roll it in just a few minutes' time, and type that into the chat. And as you can see, it's kind of mental in there. We've got lots and lots of people who are excited. So that can win you Road to the Black Sea. That's the very DLC we're playing right now, the map expansion for Euro Truck Simulator 2. It has not come out yet. A date has not been announced just yet, but you can have a key for it. You can activate it on Steam, but it won't unlock until the day of the release, which will be announced in the future. So to enter for that key, just type Romania into the chat. And I think we're going to have a lot of entries, considering, I don't know if you want to know the amount of people that are watching on Twitch right now. Maybe not.
If I want to what?
1,023 people.
Oh, that's
Hi,
nice.
Lots of people. So yeah, Romania, just one word, ROMANIA, to enter into this giveaway for Road to the Black Sea. This is the first key of a couple more throughout the stream. So this is not your only chance. We will have a couple more chances as well. So we'll give you a couple more minutes. And where have we spawned? We've spawned at a new industry.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. I was like, I need to focus on it so I can.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll keep it a surprise. We'll keep it a surprise.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But again, another interesting start to the industry. Beautiful place to start. Lots of detail that's gone into this area here. And maybe you could quickly share with us, is there any places that you remember specifically working on? Is that something you can't share just because maybe it's spoiling something or not? Or is there any areas around here that you've worked on personally, or is it?
Yeah, I really like to work on the city. I don't know if I say it right. It's Veliko Tarnovo, as we worked on it, and it's really nice city, like because there is this big what is it called, like the road net, like the, how can I say it?
Roundabout?
Yeah, not roundabout. It's
The
Highway,
really
motorway.
it's complicated. Yeah. Can I say it in Czech so you can advise me?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, jako hodně velká křižovatka.
Oh, yeah, crossroad.
Oh, crossroads. Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Simple.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
large
you
crossroad.
will see maybe, and you just drive around the city, and like from the crossroad, from the perspective from the road, it looks really nice. So there is also like a big bridge, like between the mountains. So that was really impressive for me.
Beautiful. So a lot to look
Yeah.
forward to.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you've seen it while map designing, can't imagine how it would look to drive it. So definitely something to look forward to. So remember, you can now enter for that giveaway. Just type the word Romania. We'll give you 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Type the keyword Romania in twitch.tv/SCS Software. That's where we're streaming, as well as on Steam. A massive hello to everyone on Steam as well. Great to see you in there. And you can win yourself the very first, I believe, the very first Road to the Black Sea key we've given out. So you'll probably get it before anyone else. Remember, it does activate on the day of release. The date of release has not been announced just yet. Please do keep an eye on our socials and our blogs in the future for more details on that. Okay, we'll give you 30 more seconds. We'll make it a quick minute. And we're in a beautiful part of town here. I love the tram tracks there. We first saw trams in beyond the Baltic Sea, right? Is when we first
yep.
saw
That would be correct.
very similar ones there, and it's great to see them return as well into these parts of the countries as well, and really have this lovely feel around the town as well. And it seems like quite a large one that we're in.
Well, yeah, it's the, I can actually never, I never figured out how to pronounce this.
Yeah.
This
Cluj?
town. Cluj?
Cluj?
I don't know how to pronounce it right.
Maybe someone in the chat can advise us. Okay, but before we do that, 10 seconds, we're going to do a countdown. So 10 seconds to get your entries in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And good luck to everyone. We're going to roll the winner now for this key. We've had a lot of entries. We've had a lot of entries. So good luck to everybody. We're going to roll it. Here we go, folks. The winner is Wicked IK_SVK. So sometimes I get some crazy names on here that win, but congratulations to you, Wicked IK_SVK. You've won yourself a key for Road to the Black Sea for Euro Truck Simulator 2. I will be whispering you in just a moment, so do keep an eye out on your whispers on Twitch, and I will be sending you a key. But for the meantime, because I'm a bit rubbish at multitasking, I'll be honest. While I just quickly type this out, just enjoy the views, I would say, because I need to just contact this person here.
Well,
So
I just wanted to say that.
sure, go ahead.
Yeah, just all the towns and cities, they got like this cozy feeling. It's just like really cozy, and you feel good just driving through it. So, it's really so nice.
Ooh, did I lose my person? Let's have a look here. _SVK. Okay, so I'm now whispering to you, Wicked. Congratulations once again. Here is your key for Road to the Black Sea on ETS2. Congrats. There you go. So you should now have a message. There goes the first key, but do stick around. We'll have a couple more keys to give out. But let's focus on the map right now, because I am loving the look of this. The amount of detail that's gone into this particular area is really, really beautiful. And I noticed as well, just like a lot of the background scenes as well, like we have these blocks of flats, which I imagine are quite common across these types of areas.
Definitely.
So very traditional looking place as well. And something that always surprises me from map designers is that I imagine maybe some of these places can look very similar, so it might be hard to like try and make everything look very original and very unique. Is that a kind of a problem sometimes? That maybe some towns look very similar with just the way the layouts or the amount of blocks of flats or anything like that? Or do you feel like each one is very unique and that it's not a problem at all?
What was the question?
You know the question? Never mind. I was asking if if you find it quite hard to kind of make each town unique, like to its
no,
true
they
self.
they are unique by itself. Like no, not
No?
really. You just when you look around in Google Map, you just it's really inspiration by itself because they are really nice. Those cities by itself. I also like told myself that I really need to visit some of them during the next summer. So.
You know, the part of the research is finding like these general assets, so the asset team can make them. And you know, I feel like it's like our job is to find the pieces of the puzzle that are the same, and the map designers' jobs are to actually make something different from them. So I really like that.
And yeah, no, as you can see, it's turned out beautifully in the map here. So again, massive props to not only to your team and the research team, but also to the map designer team as well. It's always, I guess, the best time of year when it comes to this sort of year where you get close to different release dates and stuff, and you kind of really put all your work together and kind of see it in a state like this, because from what I've heard anyway, or from what I know, that it's worked on a lot in separately, and then it kind of all gets stitched together towards the end, and then you kind of get to see it in its full glory, which is, I guess, quite nice. And also for a lot of people, I'm not sure if this is true in the ETS2 team, but they mentioned it on the ATS team, if you have new people, this might be their very first map that they've worked on.
Yeah.
Is that true? Yeah, you have a few people like that?
Yeah, I don't even know how many people joined us during this year. It was really a lot. I remember when I joined the map designer team like those 3 years ago, how many? It was like 12 people, 13, and now we are almost 30. So,
Wow.
oh, no. Don't die. But like, so maybe this year it was like, I don't know, 10 people.
There's always new faces coming
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
There's always new faces coming in, yeah. So for a lot of people, this might be their first project that they've worked on, which is, I imagine, can be quite a scary feeling, knowing that your stuff is going to go out into the world.
Yeah,
Do
but
you still get nervous about it, or?
no, this is one of those best days.
Yeah?
Yeah, during the year, because when you can see like people driving in YouTube videos or something like that on live streams on Twitch, and this is like really the best moments when you can see them to enjoy the game, that you do something that people really like. They can do it like in their spare time for fun. That's the most amazing thing. So you can see them, watch them like driving around those places that you made, and then you forgot everything that you was like maybe angry about during the year, and that's why we do it. Like,
Yeah. So it's almost like a bit of a love-hate relationship, I imagine. Sometimes
Yeah.
you can have your good days and your bad days where it can be a little bit frustrating, but at the end it's all worth it.
Yeah.
And I'm quite lucky because I get to look after the social medias quite a lot. So on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I get to see a lot of people who send in their photos and stuff. So I get, I guess, the good part of the job where I get to see a lot of people's reactions, and they're all very, very happy to see new things coming out and sending their praise and stuff like that. So I know that people give a lot of love to all the teams here at SCS because they all do such a really, really good job. So yeah, for sure, it's always, I guess, a happy time for everybody here. All right.
I'm definitely nervous about
Yeah?
this release. Yeah, because this actually even for me is like the first.
It's your first
yeah,
one?
it's
Okay,
my first
okay.
DLC I'm working on. Well, I did some small researches on the Baltic Sea, but it's the first DLC I'm working on from the start. So I really hope everything is going to go along the plan, and yeah, it's really a love-hate relationship because I'm really looking forward to it. But you know, I'm just scared. I just hope everything will be all right.
I'm sure. Well, I mean, from everything that we're seeing so far, it's looking fantastic. So
Yeah, it's
you know,
looking
it's
great.
really, really, really great, and I'm sure everyone in the chat is really liking it as well. Folks in the chat, let us know if you do have any questions as well that we can throw over to our wonderful guests that we have here in the studio tonight who have graciously taken their time out to be here this evening on a Thursday live from Prague. Do let us know if you have any questions for them, whether that be maybe a little bit about them or about their work. Do let us know because we do love hearing from you. We might not be able to answer everything, however. I know a lot of you are excited about maybe other content that you might have heard about or other things that are happening. So do bear with us if we're not able to kind of fulfill your request, but do let us know, folks. Do let us know what questions you might have for both of our guests here. And if you're just joining us and you feel like you've missed out on a lot already, do not worry because we are recording this stream. That's right, if you guys want to watch yourself back a million times and see how you did, you're welcome to on Twitch. It'll be on the VODs just above us up there somewhere. You can click on the VODs recording there and watch back, and we'll also be replaying on Steam as well. So hello to everyone who might be watching us on Steam in the future. I hope you're doing well. All right, so lots of people here saying lots of beautiful roads here. Really enjoying seeing the villages as well. Someone said that's their favourite part of the stream so far as well. I saw another question up here that the chat is flying today. The chat is very busy. I think a lot of people are very exciting. It's going really fast that I'm missing a lot of the things that are coming through. Someone asking here about what are some of the interesting industries that you can find within the map. Is there anything maybe we could share about that or spoil? But if not, don't worry. We don't want to spoil anything.
Probably rather not.
Probably rather not. All right, we'll leave it
Let's
at
keep
that
it
then.
a secret.
That's one for you to explore in the future, folks. But we have touched on a few of them in the past on our blog as well. So blog.scssoft.com. It's just going to be full of surprises. Trust me, it's going to be full of surprises. So, and lots of you asking to see the map, but unfortunately I don't think we will be showing the map at this time. We don't want to ruin anything for you folks. We don't want to ruin anything. So unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to fulfill that. Someone asking here about the introduction of more voices for GPS. I believe that's something that's always been constantly worked on. I think we've touched on it in a few previous streams as well, where they've said a lot of the community, actually a lot of you fantastically out there who create mods, have created their own voice pack mods for the GPS. However, I do believe we are also always working here and there where we can to add other official voices into the map. But we have got quite a range of voices already. So, but for everyone that provides those third-party mods as well, a massive thank you to all of you as well. All right, let's have a look here. Someone's asking here, just a generic question for both of you. What are your favorite areas in the game to drive through outside of this DLC? If you have any favorite areas.
Outside of the DLC?
Yes.
I honestly don't know. I have played the game here and there, but I play the game the most for like these several weeks to just notice some details and stuff like that. But I never played the game much before, so I don't know how. I don't know much about the map outside of the current DLC, to be honest.
From what you've been working on,
yeah,
right?
from what I've been working
Your mind
on.
is so focused on the particular map that you just think about it all the time. Or maybe a little bit easier question for you then is that, do you have a country that maybe you enjoy more driving through on this map maybe? Because we have Romania, Bulgaria and Turkey. Do you think there's one that you like more, or do you think they're all equally just as beautiful as each other?
Oh, that's a hard question.
For me it depends. Like because when it's like, I don't know, winter time, I really like to drive through the Italy.
Italy is beautiful.
Yeah.
Italy is a beautiful part of that.
Then but if I like to enjoy some nature and stuff like that, I really like the Scandinavia.
Scandinavia, yeah.
So it's not that some part is like, maybe my favorite is Italia because I start with Italia like, as a map designer. But this is just like this kind of like, nostalgia. So that's it. But it depends.
And it seems like it just really wasn't that far away. But when you think about it in terms of how much the game has grown and changed since even Italy, it's crazy to think about, right? It really is crazy to think about. For me, myself, I really enjoy Scandinavia. I think that's a really lovely part of the world. And but I also look forward to this map expansion as well, because from what I'm seeing, a lot of this I'm actually reacting to the first time as well. What I'm seeing so far, it's really, really lovely. Like the lush vegetation, it's very green here. It's what I've seen.
Exactly.
It almost reminds me of like a little bit like Washington. Washington, they call it like the evergreen state. That's said now with the
There are
yellow colour into
similarities.
it. But yeah, a lot of trees, a lot of vegetation, and also very, very hilly as well. And I know like a lot of parts of Romania and Bulgaria, it's
Yeah,
more
well, some parts are
mountains.
hilly, some are more flat, but I think we can see a lot of hills there.
So from my first impressions, I think it looks great. I think I'm really, really
definitely.
looking forward to exploring it myself as well. I like to kind of sometimes jump in the truck myself and have a look around when I can as well, when I'm not stuck on Twitter or on Facebook. So
Yeah, I know some places that are like really beautiful, and you can see like the whole landscape, and it just looks great. You just look out of the window, and you're like, oh, this is nice.
I always say this, like for every new DLC, I think people will probably end up taking more photos than actually driving. Because they'll just be stopping all the time, using the photo studio, sharing it, and then sending it to us as well. I think a lot of people like to do that. And also, this is another thing I like about what map designers do, especially, is like they add these little kind of almost scenic villages that don't exist on the GPS, and they're great just to come across because you don't expect it. And I think it's a really, really lovely inclusion. We can see here on the left we've got not only just houses, but a little traditional like chapel or place of worship as well. And they really are beautiful.
Yeah, me especially, I like creating villages the most.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And they must be quite interesting to put together. I wasn't aware that they also have like this, I want to say gutter sidewalk as well. That's quite unique as well.
Yeah.
Nothing like that before. So what is that, like a drain or?
Yeah, it's this one was the drain, I think. They got several different kind of drains. Sometimes like next to the field, I think it's to to drain the rainwater, but it was something I was noticing a lot.
And here we are passing through another area, well, quite large. It seems like a shop or something like that, along with a few little areas around the city as well. Really, really, really vibrant, almost in colours. There's a lot of colours that I can see in here. We just had yellow, we got pink, we got like a turquoise blue here as well. Seems like a very, very colourful country, and I'm not against it. It looks really, really different. Maybe for anyone, if there's anyone from Romania in the chat, maybe you can let us know if you recognise any of these areas. We had this last time when we were doing the Utah stream, actually. We had a lot of people from the state who were talking about, wow, I recognise a lot of these places, or I've been past this place. So do let us know, folks. Let us know your thoughts, let us know your feedback, and if maybe you recognise a few of these places that you've driven past before, then do let us know.
Hopefully they can, that would be great.
Yeah, it's always good to know your feedback. Someone said, I saw chickens in that yard. Can we confirm chickens? I don't know. I didn't see any chickens myself.
It's possible.
I think we can confirm chicken.
Confirmed chickens confirmed on the screen here, folks.
Chicken DLC.
Someone here saying, Dark Master said, I definitely recognise, how do you pronounce it again?
Yeah, how do you pronounce that?
Cluj? Cluj, yes.
Is it right to pronounce that?
I hope that's pronounced correctly. Yeah, they're saying they definitely recognise that, and maybe they're very familiar with that area as well. So we're coming up here to another interesting name that I'm going to try to pronounce, Targu Muresh.
I think you tried to pronounce that on the Halloween stream.
Sorry?
Did you try to pronounce that on the Halloween stream?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how that worked out.
Yeah, do let us know, folks, how you pronounce that, because I'm, as an English person, like trying to get around like the different accents on the letters and stuff like that. I struggle a little bit, with Czech, let alone with other languages as well, and even English sometimes. So it's not easy for me to kind of find the correct pronunciations. But I mean, for me, I'm sure everyone else can be in agreement here, just really, really enjoying this kind of seeing this new content. A lot of this we haven't shown before. So obviously seeing all of this kind of from the perspective that you will be driving it, I hope you're just excited as we all are here to kind of show it off to you. And as well, also in the mix, I've noticed a few different new AI vehicles and such as well. So lots of little fun things to kind of look out for while you're driving. And someone here mentioned about the signage as well. And was that done, correct me if I'm wrong, was that done by Natvanda, who does the signage, right? He's from Australia, sign specialist that we have.
I don't think so. I think that Wander did the signage for the ATS.
Oh, he did it for the
but
ATS, yeah.
We got other people on it.
Yeah, I can imagine there would be a few people maybe who would be familiar with these areas who would work on it as well. All right, so as we are coming to the end of another delivery here, and also that was a pretty smooth ride actually. I think you're getting used to the wheel. How are you finding the wheel?
Yeah,
It's getting better.
I would like to like look around more. I'm not gonna park this. It will take more time, and yeah, we need to drive.
Okay then.
That's no problem.
Okay, so let's do another job.
So, where will be our next job? Let's have a look at what the save says here. So we just did, which one did we just do?
Lassi to Galati.
Lassi to Galati.
That's gonna be nice.
Interesting. Right, so while we've just done another job, let's do another giveaway. And I say we should make the keyword another one of the countries that is involved in your CLC. What do you think?
I was thinking to Istanbul.
Istanbul?
It's not country,
Oh,
but
Okay, we could do
it's not
Istanbul.
that easy.
It's not that easy either. Okay, so let's do another giveaway, folks. This is for the Vey map expansion you're seeing right now, Road to the Black Sea. This is your second chance to win a key. The keyword, before you start typing it in chat already, I can see a lot of you already are again, is Istanbul. It's one of the, actually, largest city in Europe and the 4th largest city by population in the world. I didn't realize how big it was until I looked on Google Earth. So really
right.
is impressive. So Istanbul, I hope I've spelled that correctly. Let me just double check it on Google. My best friend see, I didn't spell it correctly. There we go. So the giveaway will start any moment, folks. And once it does, you're good to go. So Istanbul in the chat, which is one of the cities featured in our upcoming Road to the Black Sea. Then you can win yourself the map expansion before anyone else has had hands on it. It is a Steam key that you will receive via Twitch, twitch.tv/SCS Software. To enter this, make sure you type the word Istanbul and you can win yourself a copy, and it will unlock on the date of release. So it won't be unlocked just yet, you won't be playing it before anyone else, but when it does release, we will unlock it. It'll be magically unlocked in your Steam library and ready to go. So that is the keyword, folks, Istanbul, in the chats, please. And a good luck to everyone that enters as well.
Yeah, it seems that not everybody is spelling correctly.
Yeah, make sure you are spelling that
Yeah,
correctly.
sorry.
I will.
It's not a.
I can spell it
easy
out
word.
for you. Istanbul is what you want to type in the chat. So make sure you're typing that correctly so you can be eligible to enter. It is case sensitive, so do make sure that you get that in, folks. And we'll be drawing that in just a couple of minutes' time. So let's go back a little bit to research. So you said you had been in the research team or been in SCS for about a year, is that correct?
Yeah, it's about a year and a half.
A year and a half now?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And how did you get into the role of being here at SCS Software?
Yeah, that's actually kind of a funny story. I was fed up with my old work and I was looking for a new one. So, I was just searching for a job online, and I found like this job offer by SCS Software. I was like, SCS Software, that sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure I heard about them. And I Googled them and I was like, they are making Euro Truck Simulator? They are Czech company? I didn't know that. So yeah, those kind of fun. And the position I applied for was like something completely different. Well, long story short, I didn't get the job, but they offered me, we are opening like this position for researcher. We haven't even written the job application yet. Would you want to try it? And I was like, okay, that sounds great. And I got a job, and the rest is history. Or well, I can speak about it a bit more if you want.
Sure.
Okay. Well, since the beginning, sure, I came there as a researcher, but nobody really knew how to, integrate the new department into the workflow. So we were making it as we went, and we started with some generic assets and stuff like that. And in a while, the American Truck Simulator, they found out the researcher sounds great. We want one too. And at first, I was like trying to do both stuff, the ETS and ATS, and we soon found out that it's just not possible for one person. There are two different worlds, two different projects. There are similarities, but there are differences too. And that's where Raven came in. You probably remember Raven from previous streams.
He was on the previous stream, yeah.
Yeah. And he was previously map designer, and he taken the job of the researcher. And since then, there was like the ETS research department, ATS research department. Well, it was just two of us, but soon we taken on some more people, and there are quite a few of us right now.
So really growing. And so wait, how many, do you have a specific number? How many now in your research team?
Right now there are 3 of us on ETS and 5 of us on ATS.
Wow, okay, so definitely grown in size, and you're all working together to kind of produce information and kind of like on a day-to-day kind of work basis. I'm assuming that the way it'd work, you'd be maybe assigned a certain area or a certain maybe like a vehicle or industry or something to
well,
kind of research on?
That too. We do like a specific task. Some map designer asks for us to research this. He needs more information about that, or even stuff in general. We know we need to research industries for this country, so we get into it and get some pointers and stuff like that. Or we know we don't have enough generic buildings, so we are going through our research for generic buildings and trying to pick some more and stuff like that.
It must be quite daunting because obviously with, for example, Road to the Black Sea, 3 countries, that's quite a big task to kind of think of everything, right?
No.
And I imagine the amount of information that you compile when you get to kind of towards the end of you researching for all of these countries must be huge.
It's huge, but all the information there from the beginning, and I'm just at the point that the new information are already in the old one because I just can't remember. There's so much about the countries.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
They're quite diverse.
Yeah, I can imagine. I really can. I can't even imagine sitting there trying to compile all this and remembering what I was looking at and working on things. It really is must be a difficult job sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, and also some information I got like at the very beginning of the project, and now when it's nearing its end, I find that I need that information again, and I'm just trying to remember the stuff I worked on like a year ago. And it's really sometimes quite hard. And I just, I open the researches I did, and sometimes I don't even remember what I was working on. Why did I write something like that? That's curious. But yeah, hopefully everything is working out in the end.
Hey, well, I believe it does. I've seen some of the work from Raven as well. He showed us some of stuff, and I think we'll take a look at some of your stuff just a little bit later on, where it's got the board, and it's really interesting to see. If you've never ever seen it before, it's really kind of mind-blowing to see. But before we go on, let's roll the winner of our giveaway. I think we've got enough Istanbuls in the chat now. Got a lot of people spamming that as we go. So let's draw the winner of our second key for Road to the Black Sea. This is for the DLC, which we're driving around now. Beautiful. So let's roll it right now and get things going. So the winner is, let's give it a roll, ROK_Revenant. I hope I'm saying that correctly. ROK_Revenant. Congratulations, you have won yourself the Road to the Black Sea map expansion, and it will be available to play once it releases on your Steam library. I will give you a whisper and make sure to pass the key on to you so you can enjoy it on its release. So congratulations, my friend. And there will still be one more chance during the stream to win yourself another one of these keys. So do stick around. We do got a bit more to show you as well on our drives. So discussing more, keep sending in your questions as well. And we'll get another key to you as well very shortly. Let's get this first key out first though. So messaging you now, so let me know that you've got the key. The Black Sea. And I'll be sending that to you now. So we are, the second key is given away and time is flying here on the stream actually. There we go, congratulations. Hopefully you received that okay. People still going crazy in the other chat as well. People still going crazy in the other chat as well. So, how are you all doing, folks? Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Let us know, give us your feedback. And if you have any questions for anyone, let us know as well. And of course, if you're interested, I was going to say that actually just a minute ago, but if you're interested in actually looking for any jobs at SCS Software, if you think maybe you could fit the part, or you just want to take a gander maybe at some of the jobs that we do have available, I think we've got quite a few available on the site. Go check us out at scssoft.com/jobs. I think there's quite a few on there. I think there might be more for research and possibly. I would have to look online.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I know there's definitely map designer ones out there. That's
yeah,
for sure,
we're always looking for new people.
So do head over there, scssoft.com/jobs. You'll see a nice picture there of some of the team there, some little bios, and you'll also see some of our job offers. We've got, for example, junior 3D artists, technical artists, testers, traffic science specialists, map designers, and more as well. So definitely go check them out over there. Lots of people here asking about trucks in the future. Now, that's one to definitely look out for on our social media as well. I know lots of you are eager about that. Blog.scssoft.com, so do keep an eye on the future for any announcements of those kinds. In terms of a lot of people asking as well about like an announcement or a release date and such like that. Unfortunately, we don't have any information we can share here on the stream right now, but do keep an eye as well on our social medias and our blog.scssoft.com. That's where you'll hear the first official announcement first. It will come through that channel, and then it will spread from there. So, and also to make sure to add Road to the Black Sea to your Steam wish list. It really, really helps us if you do that. And you'll also receive a notification whenever something changes on the page, or when it does release, then you will receive a notification for that. So maybe we can ask the chat, what country are you looking forward to driving in maybe from this DLC? Do you think you will really like Romania or Bulgaria, or in the European part of Turkey? Because it's quite a variety of places.
Or all of them.
Or all of them maybe, yeah, or all of them. Let us know, folks. We know we have a lot of people here from the countries themselves. We've got people saying Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey. I'm glad to see everyone's really, really excited. Oh yeah, someone was mentioning there, as it just threw up the chat, they're talking about in 1.36 how they've noticed how everything looks really nice and smooth now with the anti-analyzing improvements that they've made with the power lines and such like that, with new little assets as well. Definitely, it's you can see there are little improvements that do come with these things, and there will be sure to be more in the future.
Yeah, it really makes a noticeable difference.
Now this is actually something I think I would like to create as a map designer. If I was a map designer, curvy roads, like all of these lots of twisty roads. I think actually I was driving on one the other day. It was really super twisty. There's a lot of them, right, in these countries?
Yeah, I made it. Like the super twisty, it's my work, but it was like there in like in a reel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. So I really enjoyed to make this, and also you need to like focus on some stuff there. So like I don't know, so it cannot be like too much turn. So you need to try it, like drive through. You need to try it with AI, but it was really fun to make it.
Yeah, no, some of them were really cool. I think when we did the Halloween stream, when you're coming down from the Bran's Castle, is that what it's called, where Dracula is? Just afterwards, there's this road that's very, very twisty, just behind it. And wow, that's definitely a challenge. I don't know if you could haul any sort of larger loads down there, because I think it would be quite the tough one. But yeah, definitely fun to drive.
I think I know which one you mean. And I was actually driving on it just the other day when I was trying it. It's really fun to drive on.
And would you say that's like your speciality?
No.
No?
I don't think I have any special.
No? Okay,
No,
yeah.
no.
I'm gonna blame you. Well, either way, they're a lot of fun to drive down. Maybe I'm a little bit guilty of trying to drive them down as fast as possible. I don't know if that's something.
Me too.
I'm a little bit guilty of that.
It never works
You
out.
gotta have some fun with the sim sometimes. You know, you can't be all serious all the time. Yeah, no, they're a lot of fun. But I noticed, yeah, Romania and Bulgaria seem to just have a lot of them. Just, I guess, because of all the hills and such, and
Yeah.
the change in landscape. I don't know who was the road designer when they were created many years
Yeah,
ago.
there was a lot of them actually. Like on this road where I made like all of those turnarounds, there was like few of them. I just picked the longest one. So there's really plenty of those kind of turns, and it's I think it's amazing. Like it's something new, something special.
And do you think there'll be a few roads that will challenge some of the players?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think people like that, you know, because it is nice to have the easy drive maybe if you're driving for the first time, but if you're kind of more of a seasoned veteran, you're kind of looking out for those extra challenges, right? Like we've had logging roads on American Truck Simulator. I imagine maybe there'll be a few different types of roads that you can try find along these different countries as well. And actually, speaking of, I know a lot of people are mentioning, we just mentioned about Istanbul for the keyword chat, but Istanbul is also another very impressive country, and it's almost very different, or feels very different to Romania or Bulgaria. And it's a completely almost like different atmosphere, because it's very busy. There's a lot of things happening. It's very it's very compact, but everything seems very close and tight together, kind of building wise, but also something, I don't know, this didn't really register in my head, but it's a very modern city as well. It's really beautiful, and you have a really lovely mix of, I think we've seen in some previous shots where we had like a mosque, like a religious place of worship among all these beautiful like buildings and such like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I must say it looks really awesome.
Yeah,
it's like
amazing.
It's so big. We have just one colleague, Ruda. He's really great about the cities. He was dedicated just to the Istanbul, like
really?
Yeah,
Specialist. Wow.
almost from the beginning of the project. And I think that it's one of the most beautiful places, like from the new DLC.
Yeah.
It's really
I believe
impressive.
It's the largest city we have so far.
Really?
Yeah, I
Okay,
believe so.
wow. So yeah, I mean that would make sense, it being the largest
Well,
city
yeah.
in Europe, of course.
Obviously.
Yeah, it would make sense. And well, I haven't had a chance to drive through it yet, but I know you guys probably would have had a glimpse, obviously, if you're working on it or having a look at it. But I know a lot of people are excited for that area, and we've seen a few shots on the blog from Istanbul, and yeah, it really is just something else. It really is beautiful. I imagine there was a lot of hard work and a lot of decisions to make in that area, because I'm not sure how many people know the kind of general knowledge of maps, but it can be very tough sometimes. Obviously, we were talking a little bit about earlier how you got to make those decisions between really making things really beautiful, but then you also got to think about your side of things and the user sides if you want to try and make it a little bit smoother for everyone, you know, FPS or such like that as well. It can be, I imagine, a very hard decision to make in that terms, especially with a city like Istanbul, where there's so much in there. I think we even saw like the bus lines down the middle as well, right? And those are running constantly, I think, and there's even passengers and stuff as well on the buses and stuff like that. Little details that really make you feel alive, which is really fantastic to see. But for me, the striking thing was just, you know, you had kind of like the really lovely mix of kind of like old but also new architecture as well. And I think we even saw a picture on the blog of these beautiful skyscraper building block towers. I think they're flats maybe, but they're really modern.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're modern, all right. I don't know if they are skyscrapers. Yeah, probably block of flats, but they look really nice. And it just you know, they are they're creating the right feel for the Istanbul.
Definitely. So definitely look forward to that. I know a lot of you in the chat who are from Turkey are here as well this evening, so great to have you along with us. Thank you for joining us. and I know a lot of you are also excited for that area. All right, so this is our third delivery of this evening. Maybe, I know you have something a little bit prepared for your research board. Maybe if Elena, did you want to take a little break from driving, and maybe we could check out the research board once you've done this delivery?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, give you a break from behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Because I know it can be a little bit stressful, or a little bit because he's focusing all the time.
Yeah.
The multitask.
Okay. Sorry.
Wonderful. Hey, nice job.
Thank you.
It's good. No, enjoy checking it out.
Better
All
than
right.
I expected.
Nice driving.
That's good. All right, so what we're going to do now, folks, we did this actually in the last ATS stream, but we're actually going to check out, it's the research board that you guys, where you've compiled all your information. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Here we go.
I mean, this is just like a nitpick of, we got like several of those full boards, and this is just several things I handpicked from them that you guys might find interesting. It's just, a small sliver of everything we gathered along the line, but just something to look at.
No, please do. Yeah.
Okay, so first we got the traffic lights. One wouldn't think about how many types of traffic lights there are, but there are a lot.
I mean, is this the page that contains all of the traffic lights?
Yeah,
That's just
well, it's not everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a part of it.
Just a part of it. But we are usually using the Google Street View because it's best for stuff like that. But we also need to find some more references sometimes. And maybe you can even look forward to some special traffic lights.
Okay, exciting.
I'm going to spoil it entirely. So just wanted to show you even the horizontal sign. I didn't do this one personally, but you can just see how much the person needs to find out about horizontal signing and how precise we are trying to be with it.
Wow.
And it's everything from type of lines, from how far they need to be from the curb and stuff like that. And just wanted you to see the sheer amount of stuff. And
these references, have they come from like different like research and universities or something like this, or like where would you even begin to find this sort of stuff?
They come from different places. It's usually just the matter of finding the right PDF online and finding the right stuff in the PDF. But always the stuff you find there in the language of the country you are looking the stuff for. So Google Translator is really helpful in that, but it can't translate everything correctly, so we need to guess quite a bit. But just wanted to see that. Of course, it's not everything. There is more. I just wanted to show you just a little nitpick of border crossings. This little thing, there's like 10 times, maybe 20 times more this for the border crossings. And it's really just the matter of what we can find from the Google Street View and Google Maps, and then we are trying to find pictures of people that are taking photos there. Then maybe some videos, anything we can get our hands on. Even community was a big help on this one. So thank you again. And well, if you read the blog post, you probably know about the river ferry.
This is awesome. I love this. Yeah.
Again, this is not everything, but it's the important pictures. And we taken the most of the information from the videos anyway. But this is how we find out how it works.
I was going to say, if you haven't already seen that on our blog.scsoft.com, or head over to our YouTube channel as well, SCS Software, and you can see a little preview of how this river crossing is going to work when you go across the river Danube, right? Which is a huge river. I didn't realize how long that river was. It actually starts up, in Germany somewhere?
Well, yeah, it's actually a really huge river.
From Germany all the way across and down, but there's some parts where you can cross it, and they do it by river crossing, which is incredible.
The river, the crossing by itself, it's not that large. It's kind of small, but the river, it's really huge. So, and last but not least, the license plates. And it's just a little something how the license plates are generated in Romania, and what to look at, what you should be aware of, and stuff like that. Things you can't use. There are actually some combination of letters on. In different countries on the license plates you can't use because they form of swear word or they are rude and stuff like that, and it's country specific. So you can use it in the other country, but in this you can't. And I find it interesting.
So lots of different kind of like regulations and rules and that sort
exactly.
of thing to research. And that's just a glimpse. That's just a
it's
glimpse.
Just a glimpse. There's a lot more.
Which is fantastic to see, and thank you for sharing that. And you
and
think about these things.
If you can, one more.
Sure, go
yeah,
ahead.
Okay. I just remembered one thing that funny thing that slipped my mind. We are gonna have this. I can probably say that in Bulgaria we are gonna have this cableway across the road, and it wasn't a problem to make it, but the problem was we didn't know how fast it was going, and actually one of the fans from Bulgaria helped us with that, and he actually went there, taken a video for us of the cableway, and sent it our way so we could figure it out. And that was really great, and it was probably my favorite moment of the whole research.
That's awesome. So actually getting help from the community, sending it in, and you've been able to get those references that you need to send on to our map designers, which is really fantastic. So again, everyone that's helped in that process, a massive thank you to all. And I was going to say, it's really interesting because you think about these research things that you've just shown here, like traffic lights, the highway, and water crossings, and you just think, oh, those are just things you see every day. But there really is a lot of things that you need to think about with these things. You just think, oh, it's just a traffic light, it's just red, orange, green. That's it. That's all you need, but it's not. There's so much more to it. Each country kind of has their own specifics. There's different rules, like you were saying. There's different regulations, laws, etc., like that. And it really all adds up to make the immersion in the game. And I just find it incredible now that, again, how much the team has grown within SCS, that we even have a lot of these kind of specialists, like we're talking about the road sign specialists, but even like with the vegetation specialists as well. I think people call them like the vegetable team or something like that. So, little things like that, but they all do make a massive difference. They all make a huge difference in creating these things, even like from rocks in Utah and and stuff like that as well. So it really, really does show. Just really, really impressive to see here, guys, and glad that you can just show us just a small part of it. So thank you for sharing that. I really, really do appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So do we have one more job to do? Yep. Okay. Are you ready for it? Ready for one more drive? I think you can handle it. I think you got this. And then at the end of this job, we'll give away our final key. But other than that, we won't have much time to talk after that. We will have to escape. So if you do have any questions, folks, do send them in. Let us know on Twitch. Hello to everyone on twitch.tv/SCS Software, or also on Steam, where we are broadcasting right now. If you're just joining us and you think, oh, I've missed loads, I want to see what happened before, do not worry, we are recording this. You can watch it pre-recorded on the pod above us on Twitch, or if you're on Steam, we will be replaying it as well. Okay, we have spawned in, and we are in a very interesting industry. This looks like a mine, or is it more like a materials, where they're hosting materials?
I believe it's more like a quarry.
A quarry, okay.
Yeah, we are carrying rocks.
Okay, so we got like a little dumpster trailer on the back almost.
Yeah.
And this looks almost like a new prefab maybe that's been created for this area. It looks really, really lovely. Possibly. But really love to see. And I do like driving on these areas because you get the bumpy wheel.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Or if you're on the motion simulator, if you've ever come to Gamescom or any of the events like that, then you would know how much fun these roads are. The dirt roads, best roads to drive on when you're on the motion simulator. You just jump in up and down.
You're going to do a lot of this here.
Yeah, and actually speaking quickly of on-the-road events, quick plug for anyone that's watching. If you're from Germany or from any of the surrounding countries, we have got an extra stop on our on-the-road calendar. We're going to be heading to Hamburg, Germany on the 23rd and 24th of November. We will be going to an event called Gamevention, which is like esports and gaming, but we're going to be there with the Allied esports team and HyperX with their truck called Big Betty, which is a beautiful Kenworth W900 that kind of turns into this beautiful stage, and we'll be there and we'll be showing off some of our latest DLCs for you to try out there. So myself, Nimro and Chendo will be there. We'll be happy to meet you guys. So if any of you are planning to come over or go to the event, go check out. It's Gamevention, and it'll be hosted in Hamburg on the 23rd and 24th. We'd love to meet you there. So do go check out all the details on our blog. And again, a massive thank you to the HyperX team and the Allied Esports team and truck people who provide the truck for letting us come to that event. It's going to be very, very exciting, and I've never visited Hamburg before. So I know there was a few people in the chat while we were just chatting there asking about they spotted something that they didn't think was quite right. If you want to leave your suggestions or any reports on our forum, because it does go really, really fast and I'm not going to remember everything from the stream, forums.scssoft.com. This is beautiful, by the way. I'm just looking at this. This is beautiful. Really, really scenic. That house or building right in the middle there was really, really pretty. It almost makes me want to visit these places in real life. Seems like you're saying, very cozy kind of village feel.
Yeah, it's
and
so cozy.
Really,
But then
really
any suggestion you have, you just leave in the forum. We'll get to them.
And again, I guess quite realistic, quite narrow roads as well. But that's always a fun challenge for any driver.
Yeah, there are a lot of narrow roads.
And some of the landmarks and vegetation here, loving the flowers on the right here. Lots of flowers are going into this, but also the buildings here on the left, the more traditional kind of like chapel buildings as well. Those are really, really nice and very aesthetically pleasing, I would say. But lots of different types of buildings here as well. I'm quite interested to see how different these buildings are. Usually when you go to a lot of towns, maybe they'll have the same types of buildings created, but it seems that there's quite a mix and match of different buildings. I imagine that's quite a normal thing, as different ones just pop up here and there. They've just all been created in different styles.
Yeah, those are like the most generic buildings we could find, because it's made of those. The buildings you can find the most, and I think it fits pretty well together.
No, I agree. And yeah, if you love countryside, I think this is something you're really, really going to enjoy. And because I know there are a few larger cities, obviously within Romania and Bulgaria, but personally for me, I'm a big fan of just the smaller little places that you get to pass through. I think that was another reason why I enjoyed, for example, Vive la France was really fun, because you had a lot of those little places that you got to pass through as well. So if you're that kind of person who enjoys it, then I'm sure you're going to love this DLC.
I think both got their charms.
So of course, if you're watching the stream, you're thinking, this is, you're going to show this. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll have more streams in the future where we'll be showing off different parts of the maps, and also, of course, speaking to lots of other different people from the team as well. It's always great to have different people from the team to come out and kind of share their experiences on the stream and kind of talk about what they do on a day-to-day basis. So lots of people in the chat here.
Yeah, I find that really interesting too, because every person will have their own perspective of the project, and it's fine to hear other people telling it from their perspective, how they're working on it, how they see it, and yeah, really interesting to see.
So I say here, what a beautiful road with all the stuff around. This is definitely going to be my most favourite part.
That's nice.
You don't know that yet. There may be something better.
We can't wait for you to check it out for sure.
But yeah, it's really nice.
One second, I'm just going to change why is this not working here? Or was it working? There we go. All right. So, like I was saying, very green, very, very green.
Yeah.
And is there any, I know we like to include a lot of landmarks here, but is there any very interesting landmarks that maybe we might come across in any of these? I know we've seen maybe a few on the blogs here and there, but is there any ones that kind of stood out to you while you're doing your research? You thought, I would not expect to see this here. Not that you have to spoil what it is or anything, but can people expect to see some very interesting landmarks?
Yeah, some comes to mind. I mean, my favorites are like these custom-made city limit signs. We got several of those. I'm not going to say which ones, but you can look forward to some of them.
And for me, I mean, we already showed it on the Halloween stream, but the Dracula's castle, the Bran castle, was really beautiful, and that was. I didn't realize how I expected it to be so high up on a hill.
Oh yeah.
You know, you always think of that as just like a movie scene, you know, where you just see something so high up on a hill, but it really, really is actually like that, which is something else. And this is something else that also surprised me, but the kind of like pine trees that they have in the area as well. It almost feels like you're in like a place like Canada or America or something like that. You feel like you're in a national park, and but no, they exist here, which is really, really something else to see. All right, folks, just going to have to warn you folks about spamming in the chat. Just if you could not spam, we'd really appreciate that. Why is this not working? Ah, there we go. No, that's not what I wanted. So I'm trying to mess with something here and it's not working for some reason. Ah, there we go. This is why. There we go. I have to enable a little bit of slow chat here as well. And yeah, we probably do need to get some mods in the chat as well, because a lot of people to handle for over 1,000 as well. Sorry about that, folks. We'll try resume back to normal on the Twitch chat there for you. So I'm saying so realistic. They're really, really liking seeing how it looks. And I gotta say, raise the bar every year, like in terms of how things look, the details and such like that. I almost would be worried myself that I wouldn't be able to even go higher next year, but you always manage to. Every single time you release a new thing. I guess it's all down to kind of like maybe new little tricks that you learn over time, or new different technologies that you work with. I imagine maybe there's a few new things that you're using to help create the map.
Yeah, we have few new technologies, few new stuff in the editor. We have a great team, and new people in our team are really talented. I would say that every people can bring something new, some new style of, I don't know, making hills or something like that.
Like fresh ideas,
somebody is great with villages and small details. Somebody is really good with, I don't know, sea view, with the rivers, rocks, stuff like that. I think we are like better and better. Also, new people's learning, and that's how we do it.
That is how we roll.
That's how we roll.
And coming up to a very impressive site here as we turn now onto what seems to be a beautiful but a very long bridge. Look at that.
It's really long.
And I don't know the name of this bridge, but this is seriously impressive. Like the landscape views that you have here.
I need to slow down so we can like really look around.
Have a look around and appreciate that.
Let's go further to the bridge, and we will look around.
And quite a unique bridge as well, because it seems it comes in on two ways.
Yeah, it's
right?
Yeah, it's like this in real life, and I also find this interesting. just how long this bridge is.
And it seems very high up as well.
Oh yeah, it is.
Because just the way I'm looking out onto the plain, I feel like it's going on for miles. It just seems like you could just keep looking and looking into the distance, and it just carries on forever. And some beautiful mountains that surround it. I guess it's in the middle of like a valley, or is this like a river that used to run underneath it as well?
There actually is the river. We are gonna go near it in a second.
I'm not too sure on the location of where this is at, but if anyone knows in the chat, maybe some people might recognize it, maybe able to spell the name of where we are. Really, really is a sight to behold. This is the first time I'm seeing it, so I'm just kind of like jaw dropped kind of thing.
It's really great. I mean, I know this location, but I can't remember the name.
Off the top of your head. That's fine, no problem. Yeah, look at that. Breathe it in, take a look at it, folks. It really, really is something else.
Yeah, I really like how we go over to the village, like the houses and everything. I want to live there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm very jealous of the view that people have there. It must be beautiful in the morning. Maybe you'd get like some fog down there or something like that. It really is something.
Now I remember.
Was that the name of it?
Yeah, that's the name of it. I can't pronounce it, so I will try.
As you hear, very impressive little village. And this is quite a large roundabout as well, actually, that they've got here.
Yeah, it is.
Very traditional looking, and all the little orange roofs and stuff like that as well. Seems like somewhere actually I would like to visit. Beautiful. What's everyone thinking so far? People saying here, insane views. Oh my goodness, looks amazing. Beautiful. Massive. Yeah, lots of people really, really enjoying that. Looks awesome. You got here in the Steam chat as well. Nice. Well, make sure, folks, if you are very excited to add it to your Steam wish list on Steam, and you'll be notified of its release. And just a little reminder again, folks, that any announcement dates that might be floating around right now, maybe on some different third-party sites, may not necessarily be true. All of the announcements that you'll hear will come officially from our sources, which is our SCS Software blog, blog.scssoft.com, and also our social media channels. And also just to be very wary at this time of year when we're doing our releases with third-party sellers, the best places that you can buy from are from our reputable distributors and also from Steam. Other places, unfortunately, might run into some trouble if they are fraudulent keys or other ways that they've obtained these keys and are reselling them. You can find out more on our forum. We do have a little announcement about it there, just to kind of give you a warning if you do want to read more information, or even on the Truck Sim Reddit, I believe, as well. They have it posted up there as well. So just a little word of warning about those things. But you will hear for sure in the future, you will hear it from us on blog.scssoft.com, more information about this map expansion. And you have good reason to be excited, don't get me wrong. I'm excited. I'm not saying you shouldn't be excited. You should definitely be excited, because it is a beautiful part of the world to explore, and one I'm very much going to look forward to delivering into as well.
Also, I seen some people telling me the name of the bridge. Well,
oh yeah,
thank you guys. I still can't pronounce it.
And where was it? Was it in this Twitch chat here?
Yeah, it was in the Twitch chat. It just got away.
Oh gosh. Let's have a look here. Beautiful Romania. Maybe I missed it. Chat going too fast for us to see. Yeah. Yes, we do have one more key to give away. Oh, where was it? Ooh, is it going to disappear? It's Bridge Poiana Larguli. I probably massacred that. I apologize if I did.
Larguli.
Yeah, but that was my attempt. Maybe someone could educate me a little bit better.
Thank you for the help.
Yeah, appreciate that. Beautiful area though. Don't get me wrong, beautiful area. Close enough. Thanks, I appreciate that. Close enough. Very nice work, SCS. Congratulations. Great work. Thank you very much. We appreciate all of the love. All the team have been working very, very hard on this map expansion, and we can't wait for you to check it out for yourself. Like we were saying earlier, it's the favorite thing for most of the team members to see everyone's reactions. Maybe some people are a little bit scared about it, like you were mentioning it, but yeah, it really, really is a great time of year. And of course, with all of the little content releases that we've been having recently, and as well as Utah, it's a really great time to get kind of back into Truck Sim if you've been kind of wanting to come back for a while or just waiting for a few new things. 1.36 came with some great new little updates, and of course, Utah came out for American Truck Simulator, and with Black Sea on the horizon as well, there's sure to be a lot to look forward to. So yeah, definitely get back into trucking for sure. And I believe we also have Sissel in the chat as well. Hello Sissel, how are we doing? Good to see you, one of our staff members here at SCS, who's either working late in the office or watching from home. I can't tell which one. Hopefully he's got his feet up at home. But thanks for being in the chat, appreciate it. Good to see you, good to see you. All right. Beautiful, I honestly just love the villagers. They're just great. So lovely. And I also saw as well, like a lot of like the local public transport. I saw a lot of trains as well that seem to be very much themed to how they would be in these parts of the countries as well. And lots of unique road networks here as well. This is strange. This is like almost something I've never had before, right? This is a very sharp turn.
Yeah, there's some strange things in Romania when it comes to roads.
Which might be a little bit harder to navigate or to figure out.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes on the road. Maybe we didn't do too well on that one, but hey, we got there in the end. We didn't hurt anybody. I have a little bit of an expression. It's called "nobody died," and that's the best. That's the best thing.
We try to stay close to the original.
That's so. But yeah, really, some of these towns and cities are really, really beautiful. Again, vegetation looking fantastic. The trees look really beautiful, and really, really enjoying it. And it seems like everyone is very, very excited about it in the chat. So again, thank you everyone for joining us this evening. It's always a pleasure to have you along here in the SES studio, and also to chat with you more about the map expansion, to kind of learn a little bit of insight. And we appreciate you and all of your support as well. Of course, that's the biggest thing. You know, we get a lot of love from you guys, and we really appreciate everything that you do to help us and to sometimes nag us into doing something correctly. And we do appreciate always your feedback and such like that. Road's a very good bro. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. And Cecil says he's at home watching us. Okay. Of course, good to know that you're at home. Leo says, how is everybody doing tonight? I'm doing okay. How are you guys feeling?
Awesome.
Awesome, fine, all good. Bit more chilled out now, I think it was both of your first time on stream this evening, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it can be a little bit nerve-wracking, especially when you have like, above us we probably have about 7 or 8 different lights, and that can be quite, you almost feel like you're at the dentist as well.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Right, is that what you're thinking? You need to have those sunglasses on.
Yeah.
So it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. No, but you guys have both been great, and we really appreciate you having you here this evening out of your busy schedule. I know it's a very busy time of year for everybody at the moment at SES, with a lot of things happening in the world. And of course, we just had the releases, and we still have a little few things to work on with Black Sea as well. So lots of things to be working on, so it can be a little bit tight on the schedule. But we are now approaching the final destination, our final journey coming to an end, and we will do one more giveaway. Should we get that started now? We get the giveaway started now? Okay, sounds good. And so, wait, so we've done Romania, we've done Istanbul. So should we do Bulgaria next?
Yeah, let's take a Bulgaria.
Okay, so one last chance, folks, to win yourself a Road to the Black Sea key. That's this DLC right now that has not been released just yet. The key will unlock when it does release, and we're going to be giving you the chance to win it by using the keyword Bulgaria in the chat. You guys have already got started before I even put the word in, so we'll get that going as quickly as possible. And I'll make sure I spell it correctly as well. So Bulgaria, yes, I have spelled it correctly, and we'll put that into my part. There we go. So Bulgaria, that's Bulgaria, all lowercase. Throw that in the chat and you'll have your chance to win this beautiful DLC as we come here towards the end of our last journey. Do you think you'll try park it up for the last one?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, one more. We'll try it.
I'll parking like with the outside camera, and
okay.
I don't want to use it right now because it's kind of loud for the streaming, right?
Yeah, that's fine, no problem.
So let's try it with. Let's place it. Can I at least?
Yeah. Whatever you want. Whatever's easiest for you.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Parking on the stream, making it happen, folks. So Bulgaria in the chat, folks, if you want to win yourself a key for Road to the Black Sea. This is the third and last key we're giving out this evening, and you are able to own it before anyone else, and it will release, you'll unlock on its release. But there will be chances in the future as well, I imagine, in future streams. And of course, if you haven't already, add Road to the Black Sea to your Steam wishlist, and you'll be notified of any notifications made to the page. Look at that. Can we almost close a little bit further, maybe? Oh, like a glove. There you go. Easy.
Nice.
GG, well played.
Thank you.
Great work.
There we have it, folks. The final delivery of this evening. How did you enjoy that? We hope you liked that. And we'll give you just one more minute, or a couple more minutes before we roll the winner. But before we do, I'd just like to again say thank you for your time this evening. But is there anything before we wrap up things here at the stream that you would like to say to the community, maybe either about the DLC or just a general hello or thank you from yourselves? You feel free to tell the community who are watching right now.
You should tell me before. I would think about it more. Now it's like
I don't put it on the spot. That's okay. No pressure. No
too
pressure.
deep. Okay, I would love to definitely say a lot of things, but just thank you for having us here today. It was awesome, and I don't know. I hope you will enjoy the new DLC. For me, it's like really, really, really nice. Nice work, and yeah, that's it.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I would also just want to thank you, everybody in the community, and especially guys that helped us on the forum. It really makes a difference, and you're making our job well easier. Also, just thank you, and I hope you'll enjoy the DLC, because it's something I wrote on from the start, and it means a lot.
All right. Well, thank you guys. No, we really appreciate it, and also pass on all the thanks to the team as well, because it's not just a solo effort; it's a massive team effort here at SCS as well. So, no, really, really great to have you both on here. Thank you for allowing us to show more content on the stream as well, and for your driving and all that. I know it wasn't easy, kind of getting into it first time, but I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, folks, we'll give you 30 more seconds and we'll roll it. So Bulgaria is your keyword to put into the twitch.tv/SCS software chat, and you can win yourself their very DLCs, which we're just talking about, Road to the Black Sea, which we've been showing all evening. And I will be sending that to you so you can have it in your Steam library ready to go. All right. So, and then once that, we'll wrap things up here on the stream, and that's our time, unfortunately, up. I've really enjoyed it. It's been good for me. I think maybe I got distracted too much on the swing because I just haven't seen so much of it already. So maybe I should be better prepared next time. Okay, folks, 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a good luck to everyone. The winner is. Another interesting name to pronounce. I always get the hardest names to pronounce. Khafajah. That's Khafajah. Khafajah. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Congratulations. You've won yourself Road to the Black Sea for Euro Truck Simulator 2. I'll be sending you your key through the Whisper. So make sure you do claim that and put that on your Steam library. Congratulations. Well, that is all we have time for this evening, folks. We really appreciate you coming along, and again, massive thank you to both of you for being here. And I'm sure we'll see everyone again soon. Look out on our social media channels, and as well as our blog for future updates or future streams, as well as all of the official announcements, such as when this magnificent DLC will be releasing and other little updates and such like that. So blog.scsstuff.com and all of our social media channels. Also, very quickly as well, massive thank you to the man behind the scenes, Philip. Thank you very much. He's our magic man this evening. He's been running the stream, so thank you to him as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, folks. We really hope you enjoyed it, and I guess we'll be catching you another time. So from all of us here in the studio, have yourselves a wonderful evening, and we'll see you another day. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.